Hi, I'm Heather Entricken, General Chair of the American Baptist Women in Ministry Annual Appeal for ABC USA. Have you ever thought about how you got to your current place of ministry? Who influenced you along the journey? What advice might you give to others as they perhaps struggle to find their way in ministry? You are not alone. In fact, your journey as a woman in ministry or a supporter of women in ministry is part of the fabric of ABC leaders who have helped shape the past and current landscape of thousands of women and men, ordained and licensed, to carry out God's mission. We know that mentors play an enormous role in helping women recognize and fully live out their God-given calls. This and other mentor stories highlight the importance of advocating and strengthening mentoring relationships throughout our journey together. Because you have already walked this road yourself, you are essential to addressing challenges we continue to face in fully accessing, embracing, and utilizing all God's gifts in all God's people for all God's good.
I was a member of a church in Washington, D.C., and I was hungry. I always felt that I needed something more, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. And I thought that by taking a class maybe at Howard University Divinity School would help me to get fed, but I never really followed up on that. There was a woman teaching a class at Shiloh by the name of Desiree Grogan. And it was a popular class on Revelations. And so I decided to sit in on it, and when I took that class from her, I felt like I was finally being fed. She taught with depth. She gave us historical context. She related the text to other scriptures and gave us applications to take home with us. And so I enjoyed that class tremendously. And she even let me teach it once. About the same time, I was working on a job that required me to travel a lot. And when I discovered that Desiree Grogan was en route to becoming an ordained minister and was giving her first trial sermon, I was determined I was going to be there. And so what I ended up doing was telling my boss that I had a personal conflict and I could not go on a conference that was in Canada, which was a plum trip that I really wanted to go on. But it seemed to me at that point it was more important to go to Reverend Grogan's trial sermon. But having to doing that made me really wrestle with myself about what was going on in my own life. And it was because of that it finally began to come clear to me. That and God knocking me over the head a couple more times, telling me that God really did want me into ministry. But I will be forever grateful to the Reverend Desiree Grogan. She was the first woman ordained at Shiloh Baptist Church in Washington, D.C. A great teacher, a wonderful preacher, and a person who helped to make me realize what was happening in my life. And to all of you out there who may be practicing as women ministers, you never know who you may be influencing to do what God is telling them to do.
Perhaps you wonder, how can I help now? Through American Baptist Women in Ministry's Access for Excellence initiative, your mentor story, like this story, regional participation, and/or financial gift can support our mission to open doors for current and future women in ministry. To learn more about how to share your mentor story and other ways to give, please contact ABC USA's Office of American Baptist Women in Ministry at 800-222-3872, extension 2070, or email patricia.hernandez@abcusa.org. We have the challenge. We know the mission. Let's all join in this adventure of helping new and current generations of women develop their calls to ministry and leadership in God's body. Your witness will make a difference. So please let us hear from you now. Thank you, and God bless you.